All right, we're going to welcome our next speaker, Colleen Schabacker. Colleen's currently retired. She spent 35 years of her career in respiratory care and management. She's very involved in the TSRC for over 20 years. She spent 10 years as a delegate of the AARC House of Delegates. She then became a member of the board of directors for the AARC, holding the office of director, secretary treasurer, parliamentarian, and vice president of internal affairs. Colleen is going to be speaking to us today about the hidden heroes.
Yay! Don't we all need a hero? I think you guys are heroes. But before I really start my talk, I do want to address some of the concerns that I'm seeing about your names not being quite correct. We will take care of it. We're working on it from this end, and most of you really are signed in with both names. So I think we're going to be okay. So stop worrying about it, and let's enjoy the rest of the day. So how many heroes are out there? Raise your hands. Come on, we need more heroes than that. Okay, put your hands down. So let's talk about hidden heroes. There's a lot of different characteristics as I'm doing my research about heroes, and here are a lot of them. You have to have brave, high values, honest, good communicator, courageous, responsible to others. Everyone is different.
Presentation.
Where? Were they hearing me? Were they? Okay. I needed a little computer help here. So thank you, Zach. So again, help. I'm okay. So sorry about this. So everyone is different. Everyone has their own idea of what a hero is. Heroes come in all shapes and sizes. The term hero is widely used and has been applied to a range of fictional and real figures. So people without heroes are not happy people. Can you imagine? Not having heroes means you don't believe there are people who help others in need. I believe those people are out there. So heroism is an activity with several parts, performed in service to others in need. In Act 1 performs, knowing the risks and costs. You guys can read this. Performed by those who have compassion and empathy. Perhaps performed by those who are born with a hero gene. So don't we every day perform with compassion and empathy? There are 12 characteristics of heroism, as you can see. According to a paper published in 2010, researchers have found that people who had engaged in one-time acts of bravery, like rushing into a burning building or rescuing someone from the path of an oncoming car, are not that much different from control groups of non-heroes. By contrast, people who engage in lifelong heroism, like respiratory therapists, like sleep techs, nurses, physicians, etc., who regularly comfort the sick and dying, do share a number of important personality traits, such as empathy and compassion. Researchers have offered different definitions of exactly what makes a hero, but most suggest that heroism involves pro-social, altruistic actions that involve an element of personal risk or sacrifice. According to researchers, empathy and compassion for others are key variables that contribute to heroic behavior. People who rush in to help others in the face of danger and adversity do so because they genuinely care about the safety and well-being of other people. Is that you? I think it is. So we all know about our superheroes. We got Spider-Man, the Hulk, Batman, Robin, yada, yada. They always are out there prepared to slay the villain on any given day. To be a superhero, you need a power more exceptional than any power a normal human possess. And that power needs to be used to accomplish only good deeds. Only good deeds to be a superhero. We also have a lot of heroes of our own. For instance, Franklin D. Roosevelt, who was president in a wheelchair, the one and only. If there were media back then, he most likely would not have been our president. He was a hero for saving the nation from the Depression and many other deeds. Then we have Sister Mother Teresa, proclaimed to be a saint by the Catholic Church in 2016. She created charities to help hundreds and thousands of people, especially children. And then we have female Schindler, who was a Christian, who knew the penalty for helping Jews escape Germany under Hitler's reign, but helped 2,500 escaped knowing her fate. And then we have Dalai Lama for his wisdom and strength for the people of the Buddha faith in Tibet. People in all walks of life stand when a hero is needed, doing what they believe is right. Every crisis has its heroes. Every disaster displays selfishness and sacrifice. Fighters race to burning buildings. And even though we have had many protests against police brutality lately, police officers still place themselves in the line of fire. Soldiers march to war, many sacrificing their lives, their limbs, and their pursuit of happiness. Here's two personal heroes of mine. In October of 1960, Martin Luther King Jr. was arrested for picketing and sentenced to years of hard labor. Now, John Kennedy at that time was running his campaign to become president and working behind the scenes, knowing he was endangering his presidential campaign to free a civil rights fighter. Senator Kennedy displayed great force in making the release of Martin Luther King possible. Did the fact that Martin Luther King endured imprisonment for his belief a hero? Did that make him a hero? Did the actions of Senator Kennedy deem him a hero? Actually, they believed each other to be heroes. John Kennedy was the hero of Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King was the hero of John Kennedy. Did they jump in front of a running car to be heroes? No, they did what they felt was right. And then we have other heroes. We have four-legged heroes who help save their two-legged friends. And then we have two-legged heroes who help save their four-legged friends. And we have Mark Twain. Now, Mark Twain has been the hero of many young boys and girls throughout time. His adventures and heroic acts in his novel entice many adventurous minds that read them. Actually, their hero was Huckleberry Finn. Here's my personal hero, St. Jude's and my little 4-year-old friend Harley. Harley is a sweet, outgoing, fun 4-year-old. But with St. Jude and Harley, together they kicked cancer's butt. This picture was taken the day Harley found out she was cancer-free. In my opinion, everyone who works at St. Jude's or a hospital like St. Jude's or Shriners is a hero. Who are your heroes? Someone famous in your profession? A physician, author of a textbook, national figure? Who? Teacher, coach, parents or parent? Heroes are often those who have had a direct impact on your life and who you've become. Those who have taught you how to read and write, how to ride a bike and tie your shoes. Those who taught you not winning doesn't necessarily mean you are a loser. Are these your heroes? Many are. Some heroes look different. This is a picture of Savannah Stewart from New Orleans. Savannah was born without her left hand. She became a proficient respiratory therapist. She shows here how she functions daily in her role. She has learned how to perform CPR, how to bag a patient. She has even figured out how to draw an ABG with one hand. Go figure. I mean, honestly, I know people with two hands who have difficulty drawing an ABG. She's another one of my newfound heroes. And now, amid the coronavirus pandemic, our doctors, nurses, respiratory therapists, sleep technicians, lab techs, x-ray techs, housekeepers, social workers, et cetera, risk becoming infected, risk infecting their families. You are making sacrifices. You continue doing your best, and most of you have gone beyond your best. You continue being the unsung hero. However, most healthcare workers don't feel like heroes. Most feel like we are just doing our jobs, and the media has it all wrong. Here is a young man who has worked a 12-hour shift in the ED, and he feels nothing like a hero. In the past 12 hours, he intubated 3 COVID-19 victims, the youngest being a mother of 2 teens who expired while 2 elderly patients survived. By the end of his shift, he felt sad. He felt anguished. He felt inadequate, unlike anything he'd felt in his 15 years as a respiratory therapist. This feeling became his new norm. Heroes are selfless. They put others first without worrying about themselves. This therapist said, I don't feel like a hero. All I can think of is myself and the safety of my family. What if I infect them? The prevailing media narrative surrounding healthcare workers has been that of heroism, of individuals sacrificing themselves at all costs for the good of others. But when people call me a hero, I feel like an imposter. There are so many we can't save. In addition to the anguish and uncertainty healthcare providers experience as a result of the pandemic, for some, there is also this comfort of being labeled a hero. Again, they feel like they are just doing their job. We are trying our best, but no matter what we do, we can't save everybody. We shouldn't see so many young people die. You see, some of us don't focus on the ones we've helped save, but on the ones we couldn't save. To my sleep audience, you might not remember the ones you've helped, but I'll bet you remember those you can't help, those who aren't compliant. Well, it's the same in all realms of healthcare. We are not heroes. We are not okay. We are scared. We're terrified, overwhelmed, and heartbroken. Some feel I'm honored to serve. However, during these past 8 months, I constantly feel a dread and heaviness. These are actual documentaries from healthcare workers. This one states, this has always been a hard job, but it's even harder now. And healthcare workers aren't the only ones who have been labeled heroes, who don't feel like heroes. This is a firefighter from 9/11, today referred to as a hero. Do you think he felt like a hero on that horrific day? The reality is that we are in a war in which hospitals and healthcare systems are on the front lines. Healthcare workers are putting their lives at risk in this battle. The media referring to all healthcare professionals as heroes is correct, because you are. Yes, you're scared. Yes, you feel despair. No, you can't save everyone, but you are that superhero, always out there, prepared to slay the villain on any given day. Heroism is acting for the service of others who are in need. Yes, you do that. Performing actions without expectation of reward. Yes, you do that. Recognize and accept the potential risk or sacrifice made by taking heroic actions. You do that. Does this not describe what you do every day? Does this not describe the life of a healthcare worker? Does this not describe you? Yes, you are a hero. You get up every day knowing you will be around sick people. If you work in a doctor's office, clinic, or sleep center, you will be exposed to people who you don't know and have no idea if they are dangerous to your health or not. Yet you go to work. Once you're there, you do everything in your power to do a good and proficient job. If this puts you in the line of danger, you handle it. You are a hero. And let me add, if you feel you have the hero gene, if you know you are good at what you do, if you know you can help people, don't you do a better job than those who don't think they have this special power? You have that power. Let you be the one who helps the people out there right now who need a hero. Let you be the hero who will listen, the hero who will help, the hero who will do everything in their power to help, the hero who will sacrifice their own safety and the safety of their families and friends and their patients. To my sleep audience out there, are you thinking this lecture doesn't apply to me? I'm not a hero. Well, just because you aren't on the front line doesn't mean you aren't someone's hero. Don't you agree you save hundreds of lives doing what you do? With proper hookups and proper diagnosis, aren't you saving lives? What about those of you who reach out to your patients and help them with compliance of their treatment regime? You possibly think you are just doing your job, when in reality, you just might be turning into someone's newfound hero. Is doing what you do daily what heroes do? I think so. Do you think you are? You should. People just like you stand when a hero is needed. People just like you take heroic precautions to protect yourself, your families, your elders, your friends. People just like you help other people every day because they are in need. People just like you perform actions without expectations of reward. People just like you accept the potential risk you are taking to help others. People just like you are heroes. Stop doubting you're a hero. Stop worrying you don't have what it takes. The media is right. You are heroes. It's just too bad it took a pandemic for the media to realize that. It's too bad it took this pandemic to make our public aware of the fact we are heroes. You are good enough. All heroes do not wear a cape. They wear masks, and most wear scrubs. Thank God for healthcare workers. You are so unbelievably crucial. And that is all I have. Are there any questions? Any questions?
I don't think we have any questions, Colleen.
All right, then I guess I get an extra long break. Thanks, guys.